It's not too late to make 2024 an amazing year. This is crunch time, and if you apply yourself, you can completely change your life in the next 3 months. Today, I want to show you how to make a simple vision board to get you through the end of the year. We're going to choose 3 simple goals, grab a couple images to go along with it, and we're going to crush it. The best way to make sure that you accomplish something is to keep it super simple. So today we're going to set small goals, grab a couple of images that go along with it, and finish the year strong without getting overwhelmed. Hey everybody, happy October. Today I'm going to show you how to make a super simple vision board so that we can finish 2024 strong. We're talking 3 main goals, each tied to a different category of your life, and we're keeping it super simple but manageable. And remember, just because we're setting main goals doesn't mean that you can't have other goals, but these are just the big ones that we're going to focus on, and we're making sure that we do our daily activities so that we can accomplish them. Again, these are just the priorities that we're aiming to hit. That doesn't mean that you can't have other goals that you're focusing on, but these are the big ones. First, we need to choose 3 categories for you to focus on during the quarter. So this is where you decide which aspects of your life you want to focus on and create a goal attached to that. These are basically the areas of your life that are going to get the most attention this quarter. So some examples of the category that you can choose from are finance, relationships, fitness, career, home, personal growth. So now what we're going to do is pick the 3 main categories that mean the most to you right now. These are the areas that'll help you feel like you're moving forward in the next 3 months without feeling like you're juggling too much or feeling like you're overwhelmed. Now what we want to do once you've picked your 3 overarching categories is we're going to take those categories and break them down into subcategories. And so I'm going to read some to you. For finance, there's savings, debt repayment, investing. For health, there's exercise, nutrition, mental wellness. Career growth, skill development, side hustle. Relationships, family, friendships, networking. Personal growth can be reading, hobbies, and mindset. Home can be organization, home improvement, and even decluttering. Now what we're going to do, once you've picked your overarching category, I want you to pick a subcategory for each area of your life that you've decided that you want to focus on. Step 2, we're going to set one small, attainable goal for each category that we chose. Remember that these goals we're focused on for the quarter, so for the next 3 months, these are the things that we're going to be making sure that we do daily, weekly, monthly. Remember, these goals are for the quarter, so keep them small yet achievable. What you want at the end of the quarter is to feel accomplished. You don't want to feel stressed, especially for my ADHD people. Sometimes if we set too large of a goal, it can be really hard to get the dopamine hit that you're looking for. So I like to make my goals super simple, super small, and that way, as I accomplish them on a day-to-day basis, I can feel like I did something. Now let's talk about what that might look like. Let's say you pick the finance category. Maybe your goal is to save $300 by the end of the quarter by cutting out on unnecessary subscriptions like Netflix, or maybe there's an app that you pay for. Find something that you can do to either cut down or other ways that you're able to save money. Let's say that you chose the health category. Maybe your super simple goal will be to walk 30 minutes a day 4 times a week. Or another example, let's say you chose the career category and you want to finish a class by the end of the quarter that's going to teach you a new skill. Keep in mind, these are not huge life-altering goals, but that's actually the point. We're keeping it simple so that we can move the needle forward. The goal is to get 1% better every day. And when we keep it small, it's actually easier to put one foot in front of the other than it is to take on these large projects. We're keeping things simple so that we can actually stay consistent and accomplish our goal. Now, before we get into actually making the vision board, I want to talk to you a little bit about why visualization is so important when it comes to accomplishing your goals. Visualization is so powerful because it helps keep your mind focused on what it is that you want to achieve. When you can see your goals regularly, it's like sending a signal to your brain saying, this is what we're working towards. And studies actually show that people who visualize their goals are more likely to achieve them because they stay mentally connected to their vision. It keeps you motivated and reminds you of the bigger picture even when you get caught up in your daily grind. For me, visualization helps me push through on those tough days because it reminds me exactly what I'm working towards. It's like having a mental checkpoint every time I take a look at my board. The best way I can describe it is it grounds me. You know, it brings me back to my center. It helps me remember what it is that I'm working on and what it is that I'm working toward. All right, so step number 3 is going to be to pick 1 to 2 images for each goal that you set. Now we're going to talk about visuals, because a vision board is nothing if you don't have something to look at. To be honest, it's imagery that keeps us motivated. For each goal, I want you to find 1 to 2 images that closely resonate with what it is that you're looking to achieve. Don't overthink it. Just pick something that resonates with you. I personally prefer to do a very simple vision board. I'm not super creative, but I do like to see what it is that I'm working on. So I don't do, you know, all the stickers and then this and the that. It's just not me. I don't have time for it, and my brain just doesn't work in that creative space. So I keep it very simple, but I also like the visuals so that I can have something to refer back to. When I create my vision board, I like to use Canva, and I look for the images that closely relate to what I'm trying to accomplish. What I'm going to do is actually share my screen, and we will make one real time. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Canva and find a vision board template. And that's one thing I really love about Canva, is that you actually don't have to be super creative. And it makes it super simple. You can always just use a regular white sheet of paper, which I also love. I am going to use this one, and we're going to customize it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is rename it. So I'm going to make this Kai's quarter 4. So I'm going to tap here. Kai's Q4 vision board 2024. Okay, so one of the goals that we talked about earlier were finance related. And one thing that I do want to do this quarter is save money. And so luckily there's already a picture of money here. So I'm just going to put save, okay? Outside of that, one of the goals that I'm going to focus on for Q4 is being more active. And my sport of choice right now is swimming. And so what I'm going to do is actually replace this picture of these dumbbells with a picture of someone swimming. So I'm just going to slide that over there, and I'm going to send it backwards like that. So cute. That's perfect. Okay. So another thing that I'm working on during this quarter, and I mean it's something that I'm going to be working on for the next couple of years, is grad school. And so I actually really like the fact that there's a computer here. So I'm going to change that to grad school. And then last thing, just on a more personal note, I want to work on mindfulness. So just being more mindful, taking time for gratitude and meditation. And I know that we were only setting like 3 goals, but it actually is something that is very important to me. So I'm going to put that on there as well. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to do is add a picture of me and my kids, just because that's something that's so super important to me and just a big part of, you know, why I do the things that I do. So now I have a super simple vision board. It has all the things that I want to focus on for the quarter. I have a picture of money because savings is important. I want to swim. Mindfulness is important, and I'm going to be going to grad school. So everything is there, and now my vision board is complete. Now let's talk about staying consistent and keeping your focus in the right place. Now that you have your vision board complete, what I would recommend is making it your screensaver or the screensaver for your computer, or maybe even your iPad, depending on what works best for you. But somewhere where you're guaranteed to see it every day, even if you don't mean to see it, you're going to see it. If you don't touch your laptop every day, then maybe that's not the place to put it. Maybe you put it on your phone screen so that even when you're not looking for it, you're going to see it regardless. The important thing about having the vision board in a place that you can see it is so that you can be constantly reminded of what it is that you're working toward. This will help keep you focused without overwhelming you. Just being able to see it on a regular basis, it gives your subconscious mind that quick reminder that this is what we're working on. And remember, just because we're focusing on these 3 or 4 main categories doesn't mean that you can't have other goals that you're working towards as well. What we're doing is making sure that we hit our main priorities while still leaving room for everything else. So what we did today was we picked 3 categories, 3 small goals, and 3 sets of images to keep you on track. This method is going to keep it super simple but very powerful. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations, because you should have a super simple, no fuss, easy to make vision board to get you through the rest of the quarter to make sure that 2024 goes out with a bang. If you're building your own vision board, let me know in the comments the categories that you chose and the goals that you're working on. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss an upload. I pray that you're able to stay consistent and you accomplish the goals that you set out for. Let's make this quarter count, guys. I'll see you next time.